about to kick off to get things underway. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The run inside. It's Riley. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Maybe some room here. At the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he makes the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pulls it in, it's all stopped. Pushes ahead for 1, it's 2nd and 9.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Here comes the option. And some room to work. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Tries to get it on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Oh, me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, they're just going to drop me offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. You can tell they had a plan, ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
What we saw earlier in the game after not getting it on...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He lobs one high down the left side. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. This offense has it with really good field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quickly to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Leaves it with the back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. Here's Carr to throw. It's complete. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
What a start for this guy, right? 2 drives, and that's already his 2nd rushing touchdown. And listen, this area of the field, David, in the red zone, you got to be able to run it. It's really hard to throw. The windows aren't very big. But this dude right now is feeling it.
And as a defense now, I understand the mission. Palmer, it's pretty simple. They're going to run the football. So I've got to meet that physical challenge, man. I got to stop the run, or else this is going to be a long day for this defense.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. And wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he...
Maybe a crease. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Running inside, it's Riley. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he made the extra point without problem. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught. Found a little bit of room and picked up 8 before he was stopped, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop, but the chains will move. It's a first down for Houston.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
He's got it down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Hit as he throws. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got the tight end. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Throwing, Carr. He unleashes a long one. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air, going for it all. This is picked off in the end zone, but the officials are saying he was out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a huge break for the offense. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more...
Picked off to stop the threat. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Carr. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking the shot. Pulls in the deep ball. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Finds his man. It's Marsh. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Backed up now, here's second and long. Gets the back moving. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This offense has to do a better job protecting.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
The give to the tailback. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yards.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game.
And, man, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the third quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And now for this offense, it's about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The run inside. It's Riley. Got enough for the first. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The give and tick, 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 tick. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Quickly out to the tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal as they can just take their time and try to put this one out of reach. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Riley. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal for the offense. Trying to barge their way in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Irish!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
29, Houston, 15.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He steps out of bounds across the 30 at the 33-yard line. Nice work there by the return team. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants a big play here late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about, what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit.
Glad to have you with us from Kenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. It's the Houston Cougars and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, the Commodores head coach told me before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering...
guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Fighting off the defender.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Cougars come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Keeps it himself. Give to the running back. Right up and into the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The give to the big fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Cougars. You know what? That's a bit of a trick play. Give it to the big guy. Let him tote that rock to the house.
It's a trick in college football now to even have a fullback in the game. Give it to the big fella. I'll tell you what, that's like tackling a tree stump. All legs, just big, stocky guy. Get in the end zone.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Riley. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking for a gap. It's Riley. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Looking to move the chains, they throw it complete to the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Quarterback keeper. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Could be an alley. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quick step and go. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, getting it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment.
Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. No home field advantage in this one, just a great stage for a neutral site showdown. It's the Houston Cougars and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with Dave Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Coach Venables told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Reese?
Holly, thank you. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? There's a crease.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often. And he picks up the big game.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to get the first through the air. Complete to the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys on the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Just keep swinging it. Working the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
A lot of coaches talk about scripting the first series. You could tell the script reads, get that wide receiver the football because he can make plays. The quarterback, you can tell he has confidence in his guy. He finds him, and he does the rest.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll start this drive with a pass. Coming out aggressively. Upstairs to make the catch. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. They're going to run it. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. There's a little room there. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting...
Caught, and he's got room. Got enough space. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he added the extra point. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
inside his own 15, looking for room. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Running inside, it's Allen. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football.
Makes the grab down the left side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Motion from the wideout. On the option. He'll keep it on second down. Pulled down for the tackle. It'll be third and long. They'll run play action. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll run the option. The option, he'll keep it. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Cougars in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Has it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Looking to throw for it. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them...
Touchdown, Houston! Ho! And they take it in for 6 more points. There's nothing like seeing the hardest working guy on the offense get in for 6.
The big physical guy that blocks 99% of the time. You don't give him the ball very often. Reward the big fella for blocking his tail off. Gotta like that.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. All by himself. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And now a chance to pull even. 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown Sooners! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted it. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working.
Guys, look at this. You're surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, going to the air. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Got a little grass. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. But they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Into the end zone for 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the move. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. It just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
On the move from inside his 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. And he's coming out of the end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Just feeds the running back. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Finding some room. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Uncorks one. Hits the open man. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. The run inside. It's Allen. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play-action fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
On the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. There's some room. Picks up the first down. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
And how about that on 3rd and long? I think everybody in this place thinking pass, right? Drop back and play pass. Well, who has the quarterback? Like, a lot of times in these man-to-man, 3rd down and long situations, nobody has it. Look at that. Runs the option to perfection, keeps the football, and gets the first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Now the play fake. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly. So you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first. Touchdown Sooners! And the stomping has commenced. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll run the option. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field, playing great defense.
He lofts one down the sideline. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. On the run, deep down the right side. Intercepted deep in his own end. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Wants to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now on the option. Quarterback keep. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Converts on 4th down, still going. Hits the afterburners. Touchdown, Cougars! And they take it in for 6 more points.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
On the option. Power football with the run. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. They want to throw it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
Touchdown, Houston! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Lining up to add another. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Quarterback running on the draw. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys.
Snags it, and he's open. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. He'll do it himself on the draw. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Lining up for the PAT. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to add another to their lead. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides the option. He keeps it. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Timeout Houston, their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Off the play fake on first down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Pulls it on the option. They'll try the run. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Quarterback empties his backfield. Keeps it on the draw. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Browns. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to go right back downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete to the left. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.